never thought in a million years I would join the Air Force, Army, or anything, but I was 21 years old, so I got out of high school. I went to community college for a little bit. I wasn't doing that well, as well as I should have. So I just sort of didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And my dad was in the Army when he was 18. So he's like, maybe we should go to a recruiter. And that day he took me to an Army recruiter and an Air Force recruiter. And the Army recruiters kept calling me like from that day, like every day. But my dad was like, I don't think you want to join the Army. He's like, the Air Force is a much better lifestyle. So I was like decided to go with the Air Force. And that was it. Like in 2 weeks I was gone. It was like that. I didn't have time to really think about it, which is probably a good thing. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And like I said, it was super quick. I went to a recruiter. My sister actually was in the Air Force. But she was an officer, so we'll probably get into that a little later, but it's different because she actually went to college and did like ROTC program, so she like really wanted to do it for years. So I never really talked to her about it that much, so like, I don't know, but even joining, I don't think I really talked to her, but yeah, I wanted the Air Force training. I'll never forget. So, you know, you're going to boot camp, and I didn't really know anything about the military. Like nowadays, at my unit, we have a thing where it's called like the DEP program. So the kids come in and they learn, they see everything every week, they go to their future jobs, and they sort of shadow people. I didn't even really YouTube anything. I don't even know if YouTube was out then. It might have been. So I just sort of went in, I had no idea what I was doing. And I remember as soon as the plane lands in the boot camp is in San Antonio, Texas, and as soon as I got to the airport, they line you up, and the drill instructor is already there yelling at you. Get in line, sit down right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? And then they, from there, they get you on a bus, and they take you to the base, and as soon as you arrive, you have 2, 3, it feels like a million people running on the bus. Get off right now! So you get off, they tell you, put your bags down, pick up your bags, put your bags. Ah, did you just put your bag there? They're you know, and it's all just messing with you. Like, you know, just they're trying to break you down to eventually build you back up. But it was super tough. Like, I wasn't in shape. They whipped me into shape in those, at that time it was 6.5 weeks long, thankfully. Now I think it's 8.5 weeks. So yeah, it was a lot of running. So every other day it was like you woke up. It was the worst ever. I'll never forget this because it was the worst waking up ever in my life. You wake up to, and it's so loud on the speakers. And then you have your drill instructors. They actually have a bed there. Like they'll go home, but sometimes they sleep there just because it's so early in the morning. They wait. I think it's 4:30, 5:30 to get you up, and they're yelling, get dressed, and they give you like, you have 1 minute to get dressed. And at this point, you're putting on boots, socks, everything, and it's like they'll give you a time. It's not feasible to get it done in that amount of time, and they know that, so they just want to like, you couldn't get dressed quick enough. All right, you're gonna pay. Wait till we're done. You're gonna pay. Just like, and you come back from working out, and every single bed that you just made was flipped over. And so the main thing that I feel like Ed taught you is attention to detail, and that's one big thing in the military. So we had lockers, our own locker space, and like everything, like your shirts had to be evenly spaced. You had to like measure the distance of how far apart they were. And then in your drawer, you had like your undershirts, socks, and you had to roll it in a very tight spiral. And then like the end had to be perfectly straight. And then everything had a place in your drawer. So like when they came in, like everything had to be uniform across. So when they went to every single person's locker, it had to look exactly the same. And the same thing with like your beds. Luckily, I hope I never have to make a hospital corner bed again, that's what they call it. So like where your pillow space is at, you need 6 inches is where you start you're making it. And at the end of the beds, it's like you take a ruler and you make these like 90-degree angles. And anyway, it was tough, and it was probably the hardest 6 weeks of my life. And thankfully, I didn't go to the Marines, which are like 15 weeks or however long it is. But yeah,
definitely tough.
But at the end, like towards your 6 weeks, you see the newer people coming in, and they call them like rainbow flight because they don't have uniforms yet. They're still in like their street clothes, whatever they went to basic training with, and you see all the. The worst was you get the lunch. Like anytime you eat, because they give you like 1 minute. As soon as the person at the table in front of you gets up, you have to get up, and it's like a domino effect. So you literally sit down and you like have to eat, and they're already yelling at you that you're done eating, get up, blah blah blah. But then as you leave the cafeteria, it's called the snake pit. So there's like where all the drill instructors sit, and as you're going out, you have to like there's a mirror and you do like facing movements to walk out, and they just randomly just pick someone just for the fun of it, and then they start flipping out and yelling at you. But as what I was saying is like as you go on. Like, so when we were in our last week, they just mess with the new people. So that's it. And then you sort of like can sit back and laugh, like, look at them getting it. So, yeah, it's funny, you sort of adjust to the lifestyle.